I am the reason behind the success of your production, and I'll tell you why. Your co-star, Bobby, ran out. There was a shortage of Adderall,
Yeah.
like a national shortage
Or
of
Ritalin?
Adderall, right
That was
when
a funny
he
time.
was the first week of filming. And I
It
think
was like
he
World
had...
War Z. Everyone was out in the streets going crazy.
Dude, like, do you not remember like what a mess he was? And then I was able to score some. I don't remember how. It might have been, let's just, maybe it was
it my
from across
mom?
the border.
Was it my mom?
It was your mom.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Therapy helps you find your strength so you can ditch the extreme resolutions and make changes that really stick. Celebrate the progress you've already made. Visit betterhelp.com/Trash Tuesday today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Trash Tuesday.
Helix is offering 20% off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners. Go to helixsleep.com/Trash Tuesday and use code HelixPartner20. This is their best offer yet, and it will not last long. With Helix, better sleep starts now.
Slugs, Happy New Year. January 18th in Portland, and then I'll be in Seattle January 26th. You can get tickets at estherice.com.
Hey, Sluggies. I can't wait to meet you. I can't wait to perform for you. My set is so good, if I say so myself. A little cocky, but I think I've earned it. Come see me. You can see me next January 12th and 13th in Edmonton. You can see me February 16th and 17th in Denver, Colorado. Doing Annie Wood and Friends February 20th. February 21st and 22nd, I'm in Vancouver. March 1st and 2nd, I'm in Fort Worth, Texas. I will be in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I'm coming back to New Mexico, guys. I'm so excited. That's March 8th and 9th. At the end of March, I'll be in Washington, D.C. And May 9th, I will be in Los Angeles at the Netflix the Netflix is a Joke Festival. And then in June, end of June, I will be in Jacksonville, Florida. I'm sorry I had to choose those dates. And you can see me every Thursday on Annie Wood.
You guys, welcome back to Trash Tuesday. I know we had a guest last week and it was already 2024, but this is our cozy, our family, our official New Year's Eve. I'm sorry, not New Year's Eve.
Year.
New Year's Eve.
We're moving to New York.
It's our official kickoff to 2024 episode.
Yes. What does that really mean? I wonder. Every year before New Year's, I'm like, all right, like this, it's going to be the year. Everything's going to be different. And then you wake up and it's the new year. And
you finally fished your wish.
It's all the same.
You fished your wish, bitch.
What do you mean?
This is going to be a very different year for you.
But
finally.
I mean, like the first few days of January, the first few weeks, I'm like, I struggle to feel different.
I don't have a problem with the first few days or few weeks. It's the weeks after that. It's because I will have that like New Year's push, and then you just slowly fall back into your habits and are like, I'm not doing this. But I don't know. Semaglutide is changing my life, guys.
I don't even get the push. Like I wake up New
You
Year's
have the
Day.
push.
I don't. I have chronic fatigue and POTS. I have.
Can you explain to me what POTS is? Because I kind of just laugh in your face when you say it because it sounds so stupid.
It's postural orthostatic tachycardia.
Tachy is one of the
syndrome.
words?
So what happens is basically like I can be sat down like this, right? You can take my blood pressure and you can take my heart rate. My heart rate will probably be in the lower 60s and my blood pressure will be about 110 over 80, say for instance.
Okay. I don't know what those things mean. Do you know?
Which is normal, all normal.
Okay.
I'm just saying it's normal. And then I stand up, my blood pressure drops extremely low to like 80 over 50, which is really low. And my heart rate will go up to like 150 and I get very lightheaded.
Every time you stand up?
Probably 8 out of 10 times.
So we need to get you a walker.
But apparently it's like a symptom of, not to start the new year on a grim note, but it's a symptom of chronic PTSD. I'm sorry, complex PTSD.
Because your internal system is like so,
my body is just like burnt out, and that's why I have like chronic fatigue is one of the other symptoms of it. Because I'm telling you guys, yes, I work out. It's a fucking miracle I work out.
You work out a lot, and
but it's a miracle that I do, because when I'm not working out, I want to be horizontal all day. I am so tired.
We want you horizontal too.
You would definitely then understand pregnancy very well.
Can I see the acronym?
Because I will force myself to work out, but it's really hard, and I want to be laying down all the time.
Did you not feel that way before?
Not as much. will be honest, I am reaching that point in the pregnancy where that belly-induced insomnia is starting that I've read so much about on Reddit late at night. Like, basically, it's a little bit harder to get comfortable, and I know it's only going to get harder, so I'm
Yeah.
trying to stay calm.
Usually we've had that, but with like the bellies of the fat men we're sleeping with.
So I am just like really tired, I think. I'm like, and I hate to like be at work and be like, I'm tired, but that's just like
That's
sort
what
of.
work is for. I'm sorry. Can we normalize this? Who's not complaining about being tired at work ever? And that's what work is. You just look to someone next to you and go, I'm f***ing tired.
Oh, I don't know, really. I think
Yes.
I mean, when you ask a coworker, like, how are you doing? And
Like, I'm
someone
tired
says,
as shit.
I'm great. I'm having the best day ever. It's, that's not commiserating.
It could
Like,
be the
we're all
end of
fucking
the, yeah,
tired.
the end of the
that's
night
the
of
thing is
Friday.
everyone is tired, so no one wants to hear you complain that you're
Well,
tired.
is your insomnia like anxiety?
No, it's more just like, oh, I'm awake now, and there is just no going back to sleep in sight. I don't know. I don't know why pregnancy gives you insomnia, because it should, in theory, be making you so tired.
Right.
But is it true insomnia, or is it that you're feeling like physical symptoms that keep you up?
And like you're like there's
Like, 'cause
something
insomnia
inside
is
you
like,
that's
you
not
know,
asleep.
Is it a brain thing, or is it more like, God, it's pushing on my bladder. I keep having to get up to pee.
Well, that's, to me, that's like kind of all connected, because it's like, oh, I just woke up because I'm in a weird position and now I'm awake.
And you can't go back down. You can't
Not
go back
always,
to sleep easily.
no.
Do you have that when you're not pregnant?
Yeah, actually, I do.
Yeah.
It's if I wake up at like 4 a.m., I'm like, the day is starting, I guess. This sucks. Dave will be asleep till 1 p.m.
I suggest never getting an Oura ring.
Why?
Because I will sleep, like I'll wake up and be like, ooh, I got a good night's sleep. And then you check and it's like, no, you didn't. You got no deep sleep. You got no REM.
How does
And
it
then you go, it's like your
know?
efficiency, they'll be like your daily efficiency is you need to take it easy today. And I'm like, what? It also tells me to go to sleep at 9 p.m. I'm like, no. They're like, you're winding down. I'm like, I'm just getting started, ring.
I have a question for you.
My ring's trying to alpha me. I'm like, no, bitch. No.
You know, this is interesting to me. Do you think you're just overriding your systems? Like,
Yes.
your system is saying one thing, but your brain is being like, no, like, I'm taking over, like, I'm just overriding whatever that is.
The ring, I actually believe the ring is telling me the truth. And I am like, but I have learned coping skills to decide that I am alert and awake.
Okay, so this is it's funny that this is coming up, because this is like a realization I made this week in pregnancy, is like, pregnancy is the time where you can't override what your body wants. Like, if you're a little hungry, you have to eat.
Right.
Have you guys ever gone really long without eating, like, for whatever reason, maybe like 10 hours, 12 hours, whatever, and your stomach is so empty that you start burping?
Mhm.
In pregnancy, I will go 1 minute, I'll be like, I could not eat. Dave, like, no, how could you even bring up dinner? No.
Poor
3
Dave.
minutes later,
Poor Dave.
3 minutes later, I'm burping. I'm like, oh, I need to eat. It's like, how does that come on that fast? It's so inconvenient. It's so inconvenient to be pregnant. Okay, my check-in is over. Who's next?
Annie, your lashes are incredible. I know they're stabbing you in the eye.
It could be a serious eye infection from it. I'm gonna come in with a sty, but I will listen for my sluggies. I will put glue on the sty. I'll have the
Oh.
lashes on the lump for you.
Are you wearing the same eyeshadow? It looks different.
Yeah.
I
don't
feel
think
like it
put enough
looks
on. But
more
maybe
like a fairy princess on you.
it's pretty fairy princess. I think we can't tell on ourselves.
I think it's because Annie has some on her cheek as well.
I put it all over, yeah.
and you don't. So she's glowing.
I'll put it
a
on my
little bit.
tits. I'll put it everywhere.
I'm just ugly. It's
Smack some
okay.
on my labia. Let's go, baby.
No.
It's New Year.
What?
You're
is-
always beautiful.
check in.
I feel good. I woke up at 6:30 in the morning with ease.
Same, and I feel bad.
with ease. But I didn't have a spot last night, and I'm all of the like vitamins and stuff I've been taking and the peptides, the semaglutide and everything has been like regulating everything. Like I'm falling asleep at a normal hour.
Really?
Like I even think if I was, because when I had a spot the other night, I still went to bed like at 12, which is earlier than I usually go to bed.
it's so
And
hard to go to sleep after you perform.
it's and here's the thing too, like my spot the other night was at 10. At 8, I was like, cannot fucking wait to perform. And then by like 9:50, I was like, I'm the most tired I've ever been in my life. So then I'm like chugging a Red Bull. I'm like, I gotta get up. I gotta perform. And then I'm like, I perform and then I'm like, zing, you know?
It's really the cruelest thing. I know the 2 weeks ago, I'm like, I love our job, but like the fact that we get amped up at night, how do we have a regular
It's hard to have a
life?
regular, like whenever I talk to these like longevity doctors, sorry guys, this may not be relatable, but they're always like, you need sleep. And it's like, okay, well, your circadian rhythm. My circadian rhythm is never going to be at the right place. I'm never going to be able to go to sleep early and wake up early. It's like, that's not what my job is. So I don't know. I'm always trying to figure that out. But
Okay, so you woke up early.
it was easy. I went to bed. I woke up early. I have to give Randy this little like vitamin in the morning. I've been getting that done, handling his little vitamin early. Then I went to
Are you guys seeing the
Pilates.
same longevity doctor?
Yes, we are. I give him a little bit for me, a little bit. I'm giving him
Ozempic?
a semaglutide. Yeah, he's on Ozempic. He's down 60 pounds. It's shocking. He's only 0.5 pounds now. He looks so good, so hot. Sorry to say that in front of you, Khalyla.
I know my dogs are not very
They
sexy
look cute
at the
though. You
moment.
dress them up.
You know, I was hoping for a more enthusiastic response when I sent you guys the Christmas picture of
I
my
was just
dogs in
out.
their
I
Christmas
was
out.
so
sweaters.
into that.
I felt like, oh,
I got up off the toilet. I saw that. I stood up from the toilet. I wiped whatever I needed to wipe. And I go, Dave, where's Donut's
Front or back?
Christmas dress?
front or back.
I don't remember. And we went into her little cubby and we got all her Christmas outfits. And unfortunately, none of them fit this year. But
Would you like some puppy Ozempic? I have some left
yes.
over. They're in Randy's fridge. We have a
It's
special
actually-
fridge for Randy's
Your
meds.
bragging about it really triggered me. Okay, so you woke up early.
Woke up early, did my thing, went to Pilates, which was actually a mistake because I went 3 days. I went to yoga 2 days, Pilates. I needed a day off. My body was too tired. I was kind of like, okay, this hurts too much. Should have taken a break. That's a good note for the future. I went to the coffee shop. I got Khalyla her shirt.
Oh my God, you did?
They had 2 colors, 2 like versions of, this was the best colors.
Let's see. Oh, that's so cute.
You know I'm gonna look like
Annie,
incredible in this. Thank
You're
you
gonna look
so
great in it.
much.
I thought you were gonna say look bad. I was
No,
like,
no,
no.
no. Like I always look really good.
Yes,
in
of
these tops.
course. You look at everything.
I've never heard her
I've
say
never seen
something
her
so
like-
nice about herself.
I know she's getting
I'm uncomfortable.
I like it.
No, I love
She's
it.
healthying up.
I
But
am.
don't ask her to stand up. She'll pass
Might-
on out.
Yeah, I might pass away.
Do you fall to the ground?
I've learned. I've had it since I was like pretty young, so I'm very careful now. Or I just, you know what it is? I just override my systems. I just keep walking until I
Did you
can see
ever
again.
fall off the starting block in swimming?
No.
Did you get dizzy in the water ever?
No, it's only from getting up and down.
You know my brother, okay, so my twin brother has Tourette's. I don't know if I've talked about this. And when we were on the swim team, he used to always get disqualified because he'd be spinning. They'd be like, lane 4, can you please take your marks? And he would be like spinning. And then underwater, he would get disqualified because in the dive, he would spin underwater like a little dolphin.
Oh my
That's
God, so cute.
I'm
Snap
just having
too.
so much FOMO right now that I can't override my systems. That's like the most fun
Try
is when
harder.
you override your systems, when you like, you know
Well,
you're
that's when you get
tired,
giggly, you
but
get giggly,
yes,
yeah.
and you like
The
use
one-
drugs.
Yeah, so like that's the first time I learned to override the systems because when I was like in my late teens, everyone was like, if you sleep past, like if you take Ambien but you just fight it
Oh, yeah.
and then you get into this like twilight zone, and that was like the most pleasurable like anal experience I ever had.
Okay, I didn't
Was
know we
on
were going
Twilight
there.
Ambien.
I should have known.
Twilight Ambien?
Twilight
That's what it should be
Ambien.
called.
Because the first time I had anal,
was
it
dark
was
in there.
I swore to never do it again. I had a fever that night. I was like, I think I was just so
I
traumatized
bet
by
your
the whole
asshole
thing.
is the color of Twilight.
You know
a fading darkness.
Oh, I thought you were gonna see a pale vampire.
the first 10 minutes of a colonoscopy the first 10 seconds are the best of your life because they give you Twilight.
Yes.
Which I forget
What is Twilight?
what drug
Well,
is
now
it?
they give you propofol, which is
that's
the
what it is.
Michael Jackson drug.
Yeah, and you just for 10 seconds you're like, it's the best high ever.
Good.
Well, I really
Bye.
enjoyed getting my wisdom teeth out because the laughing gas ruled. I was
Yeah.
like, this is the greatest I've ever felt.
That's
Anal
why
on.
on Twilight Ambien.
Now,
Also,
okay, Ambien doesn't make you actually sleep though, right? Like, aren't you like not like fulfilling your like need? Like, it doesn't.
I'm not sure. I never took it to actually sleep. I took
took
it
it to
because my
get
mom
fucked
had it. I was like, I'm gonna experiment with this. And then one time I took it and I sleep ate. Like I woke up
Everyone
with
says
crumbs all
that.
over my body and like a stacks of
I don't
plate
need
next to me.
Ambien for that.
But this is when I was like extreme dieting and I was not eating any carbs when Atkins was a
It's
thing.
just giving
Remember
you what your
that?
body needs. Like Roseanne did not want to be on that show anymore. So like
Right.
it gave her that tweet that she tweeted out so she didn't have to keep going on to set.
Yeah, it really does give you what your body needs.
I just don't. I had a friend who like prescribed it to me. I don't know.
Prescribe.
And then she like wanted some back.
Prescribe it.
And then she wanted some back. You know what I mean? I was like, I don't know if that's legal. She was like, give me half of that. I was like, we don't hang out anymore. But she was like, it's great. And I was like, I've never like woken up feeling refreshed and ready to go.
Off of Ambien?
Yeah.
Well,
I
that's
always am
because
just like,
Annie-
Oh, so you have
You're not-
taken it.
Yeah, I
And
have.
you have
Oh.
to get the full 8 hours. That's why. And you're probably getting 5.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, if you do not get the full 8, you're a zombie. You
Yeah.
wake up very, very groggy.
You're still in it.
Wait, let's
Khalyla,
get a
can I ask
Khalyla check-in.
Okay, anal Ambien. You've had anal Ambien?
No, when I take Ambien, I
Shove it right
Go
up
to
my
sleep.
ass. I boof it. I only boof Ambien. Guys, listen. My asshole is awake a lot. And it is actually, I would say, the most awake part of my body is my asshole.
Really?
what was it about the Ambien?
I know because if it just
She
becomes
got to sleep through it. Finally, if I can sleep through it. Have you had boyfriends where you're like, you can just when I'm asleep?
Okay, so this is a discussion. Let's put a pin in that because I absolutely want to talk about this bullshit
Yes.
right here. Anyways, my check-in. Here goes my check-in.
Okay, my check-in, I just want to be clear, and I will forfeit the rest of my check-in, but I still was still in bed, and I hadn't gotten even close to it, but that was 6:30 when I woke up. But guys, I'm going to forfeit it because we don't have the whole show for me to do my check-in. Okay?
Thank you.
But I feel great. I did my NAD again. I feel good, and I didn't throw up.
My check-in. This is the first day I'm taking creatine, and I feel pretty like, like I've always my mom is she's really been very proud of the fact that she's a natural gym girly her whole life. She has acquired a 16-pack and has been ripped her whole life, and she's always like, I don't take anything. I just nourish my body with food and blah, blah, blah. And I've always kind of stuck with that. I've never taken a single supplement. But I saw this like doctor on TikTok who is like she's talking about perimenopause and menopause. And she was
All
like,
I see is that now.
Yeah, so
my
she's like,
algorithm is just
"Me
giving
too."
me menopause stuff constantly. I like it.
yeah.
And hot, like 60-year-old ladies.
Yeah, so I took creatine and then I worked out and I looked at my body in the mirror and I was like, oh my God, I'm like swole. So I
What?
need to
That
chill out for a
fast?
little bit.
Is that
Yeah,
true?
because it fills your muscles up with like
Water?
water and it helps with like ATP and all that
Okay,
stuff.
what does it do? Like, is this safe? Is it like
It's one of the one of the safest supplements, I think, and longest
And
studied
it's a supplement, right? It's a
It
natural.
is a
And
supplement.
what-
yeah.
why
But your
had
body
you-
naturally creates it, and you're just kind of boosting your own.
What made you decide all of a sudden to start it?
The perimenopause lady.
Oh,
Is it-
But it's also good for your brain. It just kind of like, I'm very, very low energy. So I'm taking things that I think might help. Like I'm taking magnesium threonate. I'm taking
Yeah, me
things that are
too.
boosting
Wait,
me a little
why
I've
bit.
been taking
threonate?
magnesium too at night.
The threonate is supposed to be good for like brain fog and
Oh,
stuff.
I thought you said at night.
Magnesium glycinate I take at night.
that's what I'm
Okay.
taking at night
Yeah, at
because of
night.
you.
Yeah.
And then also magnesium citrate occasionally
the
for
poop.
constipation.
Yeah.
But I will also, sorry to interrupt your update, but I will come forward that I've been doing suppositories every morning.
Oh, fun. I love suppository. I
When
love putting
had
them
my
up.
egg thing, I had to do that.
You did?
Yeah, but and then they didn't work, and then I popped a thing and went to the hospital. Have you ever tried to shit so hard that you went to the hospital? Yes.
And
You're trying to override your system.
I'm using the brand Fleet.
It's so
It's actually
cute.
Whitney gave it to
Yeah,
me. She's
Fleet.
like, "Here, take this," which is a funny like drug to get from a friend. But she gave me this little tub, and then you just stick it up your butt, and then you kind of just chill out. And then a few minutes later, like
You got that urge to purge.
the party starts.
yeah, I love suppositories.
Wait, are there any negative side effects to creatine? I'm like,
I think you have
so
to have like
curious.
Trying to
good
get
kidney
swole?
function.
Yeah.
Like you have to make sure your kidneys are good.
Okay.
Well, anything you take, you gotta make sure your kidneys
I'm
are good.
so jealous of your guys's like supplemental glow up journeys while I'm over here just like getting pregnant and trying to
Well,
shit.
we're figuring out how you can have your bounce back.
Okay,
you.
that's true. I'm studying.
And we have two
taking
options. You
notes.
can get swole or you can lose all your muscle mass. Which I'm very worried about. I am working out more.
Yeah.
It's easier to work out. It's so weird. I literally don't want to lose weight. They have to make
You're the first
semaglutide.
person to go on Ozempic that doesn't want to lose weight.
I'm literally like, they have to make it so that you don't lose weight. They have to give you one that's, because I'm telling you, it fixed whatever made me think that I was fat.
That's incredible.
What's your hunger situation? Like, are you eating?
Yeah, I'm eating. I'm trying to get as much protein. They say you're supposed to get protein for like as many pounds as you have, which is almost impossible unless I'm doing like so many protein shakes. But I'm trying to just eat a lot of protein because I don't want to lose muscle.
But you
mass.
can still eat. You're not like disgusted by food.
I think, yeah, I don't know if when you get the higher doses or whatever, or if it's people are eating like greasy food. I don't eat unhealthy food, so.
What are your do you guys set goals for the new year, or is it just the same like, goals that carry into the next year from last year?
What I really like to do at the beginning of the year, which I haven't done it this year yet, and I always say like I give myself the whole month. January, like that's the whole grace
oh my God,
period.
yeah.
Yeah.
If I get inspired, maybe I won't, maybe I don't, but like you get a new notebook and you just kind of like write down your goals. Write down what do you
I have rollover notebooks. I have so many notebooks I've never touched.
What about you? What do you guys do?
I do rollover. I just more concretely, it's like the same goals, but I just more concretely state them.
Yeah, and set your intentions for the year. I was really good about this last year, and then once I got pregnant, like I just fell off.
Year before, I think you wanted us to cancel New Year's. You were like, I'm done with this. It's too much pressure.
Yeah. Wait, was that?
Yeah.
But that's weird because I had a good start to the year. I don't
Maybe
know.
you just needed to say that and then you like restarted. Because I think the best thing for the new year, rather than like even thinking forward, is to like release things that I like. I no longer want to do this.
Ooh, I like
Yeah,
that.
so that goes into what I had first, which is all about last year.
So I was like, I do this work. Can you please look at it?
Yeah. Like
By the way, guys, there's always like all these notes Stella puts up. I literally don't see words. Reading is like so foreign to me that I do. It's like
I'm so
it could be a
it's
painting.
more of an outline.
yeah, what are 3 words that you would use to describe last year, 2023?
New York. For me, it'd be New York. Pregnancy. Maybe
Fleet.
love. Fleet enemas. Maybe love, actually.
Oh, Esther.
I know,
that's
isn't that
so
It's already a
weird?
movie.
That's
Fucking
it.
hack.
Because when Dave and I went to New York together, that was like, I feel like we really, I don't know, it was just like getting to date a guy who like has an apartment in New York. Like it was a whole new relationship.
Dating in New York feels so romantic.
It was-
It's so crazy.
It was
New York makes me
incredible.
so horny. Like when I'm in New York, I literally walked on the streets and I hug New York.
It got me pregnant.
I spin.
Wait,
Like-
this is a really good point because the last time I was in New York, I was so jet lagged and so out of my fucking mind. I didn't know what time it was because I went straight from the Philippines to New York. But like I just f***ed myself every single day while I was there. And it was all
you
a
have
blur,
to find
but
like a hot young.
I didn't have the energy for that.
Oh, the coffee shop guy. I just remember just going like, "You're so hot," and it was just on.
Like,
He was
I
fingering
love
me in
that.
like a van outside of my spot.
So love.
Love New York and pregnancy.
can
I just
complain.
was like, it set me up for like a good rhythm, and then I got the pregnancy, got me really sick. But yeah, those would be like my 3 big themes.
Does that
from
feel
last year.
behind you though, because it's over and you're having like more positive feelings?
No, it does not feel
You keep
behind me
thinking
because
about it and you're
I'm
afraid of the
really
future, but-
scared about what the postpartum is going to be. Like that could hit and it could be like way worse. Is
Yeah.
what for a lot of people it is. But yeah, those are my 3, and I think there's good things in there too. So what about you guys?
Esther, I like that you're very honest about it. I feel like not enough people are.
We don't care if you complain about it. It's like
Thank
nothing.
you.
This is not real work. This is like, I don't want to like out us. These walls are f***ing fake, guys. This is like totally fake.
But my best friend was the same way, and I was like, thank you. Like there was not one good positive thing she said, and she was like, I don't even care that there's a baby in there either.
There's a range. There's a variation. It's like there's different people have different experiences.
And you
Yeah.
would think that because I've had pregnancy loss that I would be like, I'm so grateful. And I am, but like, it's really fucking physically hard. And I think I have like prenatal depression that I'm starting to come out of and working on.
What is prenatal depression?
It's
before
just,
you have it?
Everyone talks about postpartum depression, but yeah, exactly. It's just,
but prenatal is still when they're in. It's already in there.
it's
Okay.
before. So maybe I'll have postpartum happiness.
You kind of don't seem depressed though. You're kind of crushing it, and you're just like, think of like what you're going through, like how you would have been not pregnant if you were having these ailments. You would have been. I
don't
do think you're still,
know.
there's like gratitude sprinkled
Yeah,
in.
there is.
It's
There
like,
is. Like now that I can feel the baby move, like that is really exciting. And I do like whenever Dave expresses how grateful he is, that like I get so high off of that.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm doing this for someone else. Like I'm sacrificing for, like it just makes me feel like a way I've literally never felt because I've never done that before. Okay, wait.
What was your favorite memory of 2023, Annie?
Give us 3 words to describe your year.
Snakes. I love my snakes. We're getting a new snake, baby. There's an albino pine snake. We got a name. We're excited. No, I don't know. I've had so much fun. Like I've had ayahuasca snakes. I don't know. Everything's falling together. I think I'm shedding a lot of things. Maybe use the snake analogy. I'm shedding some skins. I feel like so confident. I feel really good, and I feel like, every day I just get a little bit more my true essence, my true self.
Getting back to like who you are.
But like the who I am that I haven't known yet. It's exciting. Just like not giving a shit what people think. Just being, I think I always, because I had a twin brother, who was so much smaller than me, like I just robbed him in the womb. Like I took everything. Like he was like a shrimp and I was like this big baby. I think I've just always been afraid of like outshining or whatever. Like, so I'm never like my fullest. I kind of like tamper, and I don't feel like I like dim and it could be the highlighter, but I'm not dimming myself anymore.
Wait,
I'm being like as shiny as possible.
Is that because like, so you came out bigger, and then when you were little, were people like, was your family like almost
I just
teasing you
had
about
more,
that?
maybe a little bit, but it's like I just had more. I mean, I just had more. I stole, like I get, and maybe that's a story about it, but I mean, it's definitely a story about it. But I was just bigger than him and better at sports, a little cuter. He's a handsome guy. He does all right, and his wife's gorgeous.
But you're the hottie of the family.
I'm the hottie. I mean, Max got it, but he had to work on his personality a little bit the nose on me was like a little cuter.
A hot girl, no matter what, is always hotter than a hot guy.
But I think like my shininess got me in trouble as a kid. The word we shall not say on camera because for some reason that gets demonetized. That's fucking weird.
Crazy.
But the diddlings and stuff, and I think I just like have been like trying to not be too much, but I'm just being.
Also, you know what? Like, don't underestimate the like last 10 years of what life and society has been, where when we post things and random people say you suck, you're ugly, like that'll dim you too. And I think it's time this year, 2024, for us to fucking break through that and come out of it and be ourselves. And because I think that's affected all of us.
Remember what I was saying to you in there too? It's like if someone doesn't like our outfit, like if someone doesn't like my outfit, you have bad taste in outfits. Like I know what's cool. Like it's me. Like I am the set designer and the costume designer in my movie. You are not. You are watching my movie with popcorn, bitch. So like learn from me and get a cute outfit.
Yeah, it's
or just
my
don't
movie.
Get out of here.
We're designing our lives and what we're doing, and I'm just really inspired by what you're saying. It's like the most important thing of this year should be like, let's get back to who are we really, and the who are we really that we haven't met yet.
There's this guy. I should try to find the reel, but there's this guy who's like a motivational speaker, and he dresses like insane. I don't know if it's to trigger people on purpose, but I want to give him a shout out, but I don't know what his name is. But he is giving this seminar, and he goes to someone. He goes, "Hey, if someone came up and said your hair is blue, would you be like, oh, my hair is blue? Like, oh no." He's like, it's just not true. You just have to not believe, and it's just like shut the up. I mean, maybe with less anger, but
yeah.
Khalyla, 3 words.
It's too
3 words.
embarrassing.
I'm having some memory loss. Like this is the first year where this is going to sound really strange, but after I did ketamine the year before, I don't know if ketamine does this, but I'm forgetting a lot of things in my life, but I think that I needed to forget it. And I'm actually coping a lot better because of some level of memory loss. Like my family, I've always been the elephant. someone who just never forgets names, never forgets dates, never forgets events, bad things, good things that happen. And I think that has been a detriment to me because
Yeah.
I hang on to things.
Beautiful, Khalyla.
Like, and now I'm just like, oh, like early onset Alzheimer's, cool. I'll
No, that's beautiful, Khalyla. You're
fucking take it.
dropping memories that you don't need. It's the past.
Yeah.
You're not holding on to the past. That's amazing.
Yeah, so I think 2023 was definitely a year of a whole lot of necessary memory loss and just kind of like what I felt was the ability to just put one foot in front of the other without looking back so much. I'm trying to break out of a box I think I've placed myself in for so long, which is like, I've only done podcasts. This is who I am now. Like, I'm never going to do stand-up, obviously. It's not my lane. I'm never going to do this. But I have kept myself in this very, like, safe place of, like,
we're getting
I've been doing, you know, just I'm a podcaster. I do this. I've been doing it for nearly a decade. But then 2023 was like, you know what, bitch? Like you were a kid that wrote down too many things on your list of dreams, a list of things you wanted to accomplish. I was like, why don't you go look at that again? And so I have, and you know, I'm excited to say 2024 is going to be a really big year of me just trying to venture into very scary but big projects. And I'm really, really proud of myself.
Are we allowed to talk about your thing?
I think soon, yeah. I've put my heart and soul into something that I feel super excited and passionate about, and I think I've done an incredible job, and I'm really like looking forward to like having people share in on that this year.
I know, just knowing you, like when you do something, you do an incredible job at it. Like
Thanks,
it's
Esther.
really impressive, and I'm so inspired and excited to hear that you are stepping out of just podcaster, because I do understand when you have a job, it's really easy for that to become your whole identity. You're like, that's what I do. That's my thing. And there's some good to that, but then we can get too stuck in it. And so I'm so happy that you're like having the bravery to step outside of that and like try something new, which is so scary. Your brain doesn't want you to, but you just are so good at what you do. Like when you say you're going to do something, you kill it. And so I know a little bit about what you're talking about, and I can't wait to share it with the audience.
Thank you. And I've really desperately tried to not shed, but like I've honored the last decade of my life with Bobby, but I am more than just his ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
I was more than that before I met him, and I will continue to be more than that after him. Like, you know, I have a close relationship with my ex, but like, dude, I was a complex layered onion well before that. I would have been in a place of success with or without him. And I think that people try to take that away from me and say you wouldn't have been shit without him. I fucking absolutely would have.
I
did not, and
agree.
if you didn't know me before Bobby, you wouldn't maybe know. But I was always gonna get
Also,
here.
you wouldn't have seen him on a podcast for that.
I know.
But also, Khalyla, the more you do, like outside of podcasting, the better it's going to be for podcasting, because this does get like to be a lot. Like just talking, you have so much.
Yeah.
It's like we have multiple podcasts. It's like there's like a lot of. You're like, okay. It's like the more we do outside, the better it is for everyone.
I think so
That's
too.
true.
And I will say it again. I was always gonna get here. I was always going to
Yes.
work hard, be ambitious, and be about the bag and set off to achieve my dreams. Like I've never not
Be
been that
about
girl.
the bag. That is New Year's resolution. Be about the bag.
Well, I love this theme. It's like we're all investing in ourselves in different ways, and we're going to be going off and living our lives, and all that's going to do is let us come back to to our show every week and just have more life experience to share. Like you're going to be probably like sharing about how being an entrepreneur, you know, like that's going to be so interesting to hear. Hopefully people will be okay that one of us has a baby, and then that'll be
Of course. Give us
cool.
some
And
Huggies money, baby. Ooh,
I really
we're
wanna
happy to
milk
pimp that
this.
baby out. Ooh, 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 ooh.
can we pimp your baby out and motherhood
Sure.
out though?
Of course.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
Oh my
This
God.
has been so much suffering. I need something out of it. Are you kidding?
No. This baby will make us all rich. All of us. All of us, even you at home. You know what I was thinking though? There is a danger with, I think, like New Year's resolutions too, for myself, where it's like, I have been realizing so much about how, you know, I know that being in the past is bad, but I'm being so much in the future too. I'm really robbing myself of the present moment. And I'm putting a lot of pressure on myself where it's like, it's more like I used to think all of my goals need to be so specific. And I think that is like what me up. And it's like more about having grander things about like abundance and happiness rather than specific goalposts I need to hit. So it's more of like a feeling and a vibe that I can embody now rather than feeling like, oh, well, if I want this specific thing, I don't have it right now. And it's like hard to.
Oops. Is that a good sign?
Pretend.
Is there
Wait, no, I'm like trying to interpret that because I'm getting two things from it and I really like it. It's like, okay, you, instead of being like, I need this X specific goal, it's like, I actually just need to feel this certain way about my life.
Right. And then all of those things come in. It's almost like thinking too small anyway.
I actually wanted to bring this up earlier when we were talking about exercise. I learned from Dr. Rubin, who is an allergist who you have to follow.
Okay.
I learned that people can be allergic to exercise.
How is that possible?
It's a New Year's miracle.
The world is working out for you. You can use this as an excuse.
Don't say working out is triggering.
No, but apparently it can like create like a histamine response and cause people even all the way in rare occasions like anaphylaxis.
You don't have that.
But this
She exercises.
That is my worst fear because although I will admit that I do think walking is working out and I will fight that to the death. People who don't think
Oh wait,
so.
it absolutely is.
There's a lot of people who don't think that walking counts as a workout.
a lot on this couch. No, I'm just kidding. But you don't not work out.
Yeah, so basically it can trigger a histamine response, cause rash and swelling, even death in rare cases. It's called
tell her
exercise-induced
she's gonna die if she
anaphylaxis, and this is by Dr. Rubin on TikTok, who I follow like
I mean, I am allergic to Hawaii. I know that. I can't.
the flora and fauna.
Yeah, I can never go back to Hawaii. I was never more sick
She was sick and fully in a puffer jacket the entire time.
in Hawaii. Yeah.
And another thing so that was my gift to you, exercise-induced anaphylaxis.
Look, I'm not saying there won't be a day where I'm going to use that. Because look, did I always participate in gym class?
I had
no.
my period every day in high school.
My gift to you, Annie, for 2024 is I found out that Suzanne Summers got buried in Timberland boots.
What?
I was going to wear my Timbs. I wish I had my Timbs.
I said Timberland like the fucking
Wait, Suzanne
musician
Summers, wait,
Timberland
I
boots.
really went back to, you really like exercised how it is, a more urban look. I went back and watched so much Suzanne Summers Instagram video. Suzanne Summers and her husband are like, they are such goals. They're so amazing. It's like I can't believe it. This is such a gift. I mean, her family, everything, so beautiful, so cute, so funny together.
What is it about her that you love?
They're just so funny. She's herself. She's fully herself. And her husband is it's like Todd, like funny with her and doting and they tease each other, but it's like just so like in love.
Did she ever have a reality show?
It was a missed opportunity, I'll tell you that. But she sells products, so she would do lives on her Instagram to sell products, and they were like,
Yeah, Suzanne Summers was very much like a legend for my mom
And she
and Annie.
why did she get buried in?
was it about knocking boots or something?
No, I think these I think she was
Their
just a
sex
fan
life.
of wearing Timberland boots,
It
but
was in reference to their sex life. isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's knocking boots.
Oh.
It was
They're
so amazing,
so cute,
funny, so cute.
they like till the very
yeah.
end.
I know, and not like, you know how it's like, I keep thinking about it's like men just like are gonna be creepy old men unless they find like the right match of a partner that's like age appropriate-ish, you know? Where like this guy, they would make little references to each other. It's not creepy. It's like you have to have the right match. Like if Suzanne Summers was like 40 years younger than him, we'd be like, this is the most disgusting.
Yeah,
man
I
in the
often
world.
think about like, Esther, you talk about Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez, and I think they're probably super horned up for each other.
Oh my God, it's so obvious.
Is their age the same? Are they the same
Not
age?
that far.
They're very close.
I'm like obsessed with her.
They're
I started following her on
fucking all
Instagram.
the time.
I know. I can see it in the pictures. Like I can look at them and be like, "Oh, this is what they do in the bedroom." Earlier, we were talking about men or people who are like, "Here, like if I'm sleepy, you
can fuck
have
me while I'm
permission.
asleep."
Yeah, you have permission to like have sex with my just half asleep body."
Yeah.
I am. Oh, there they are.
Oh, it's banana break.
Where'd they get you a little popcorn?
No, I brought my own popcorn
Cute.
today.
Thank you, Stella.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. You guys, new year, new problems, new solutions.
I always feel like this time of year can be super overwhelming for me because everyone's just like raring to go, and some people are very like organized, and these are my goals for the year, and I'm just over here like, oh, like, am I gonna be left behind? I have so many feelings in the beginning of the year, and it's especially important that I check in with my therapist. And for me, BetterHelp has been a game changer because I don't need to worry about finding parking, driving to a therapist. I can access my therapist through my phone, through video call, through a phone call.
It's just flexible, convenient, and like I'm not doing 2024 without the help of a therapist. Like I just know that's going to be my focus of this year, and we want you guys to celebrate the progress you've already made. Visit betterhelp.com/Trash Tuesday today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Trash Tuesday. I just got my Helix mattress, and it is the best mattress I've ever slept on.
You guys know I am a Helix girl.
Yes.
Every single room in every single house, my parents' house, my sister's house, my friend's home, we are all Helix people. I love Helix. I love that it's as easy as taking a simple test, figuring out if you're a side sleeper, if you're a hot sleeper. For instance, I have the midnight luxe version, and it's because I run hot in my sleep and I wanted like a thicker mattress. And I'm telling you guys, Helix is the way to go. I will not deviate into any other brand than Helix.
One of my main New Year's resolutions is to get enough sleep, to just be getting deep sleep, quality sleep, and it's so important what you're sleeping on. And especially this episode, we talked a lot about the bedroom. It's very important to be comfortable day and night on your bed.
Imagine you're spending a third of your life on this thing. Like
Some of us more.
Some of us more, and that would be me.
No,
I was thinking about you.
I learned
wasn't
about
a tag.
Helix from you, Khalyla, and ever since I switched to it, I'm like, oh, this is great. Like, because mattresses, buying them, it's so confusing. Like, now I just know this is the brand. They have different offerings for everyone. Like, it's just the perfect one-stop shop to figure out like how to get the best sleep.
Helix is offering 20% off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners. Go to helixsleep.com/Trash Tuesday and use code HelixPartner20. This is their best offer yet, and it won't last long. With Helix, better sleep starts now. I love going to the casino. I can't wait for all of my fun casino dates in 2024, but you know what? Thanks to DraftKings Casino app, I can do it at home. I don't need to waste all of my money getting there. I can save it all to spend on the app.
I don't think it's any secret that your favorite place on earth is Vegas, and
I love it.
specifically for the slots. But what's cool about DraftKings is it's not just slots. You can play blackjack, which I love, and roulette, and
Roulette.
Whole variety of different games. And if you don't want to play with real money and you're not ready for that yet, it's not a problem because the DraftKings games let you test out the games for free to find the right fit.
Download the DraftKings Casino app now and use code Trash Tuesday. New players get an instant deposit match up to $100 in casino credits when you deposit $5 or more. That's code Trash Tuesday only on DraftKings Casino. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.1800gambler.net. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. 21 plus. Physically present in Connecticut, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia only. Void in Ontario. Eligibility and restrictions apply. 1 per new customer. Must opt in and make minimum $5 deposit within 7 days, 168 hours, of registering new account. Max. Match $100 in casino credits, which require one-time playthrough within 7 days, 168 hours. See terms at casino.draftkings.com/new player offer 2024.
But what is your rule early morning? I'll say mine. My engine needs a lot of revving any time of the day, but in the morning, please do not fucking touch me unless I have previously like approved of it the night before.
But then you change your mind.
No, I'm not horny in the morning. I'm sorry. I don't care what you do.
I'm
you
not
can, like,
too much of a morning.
I
I can middle
just
day, but
cannot
morning.
I'm
do
100% anti-morning sex.
I think a lot of women are, except for Katie.
But is it just in the
Sometimes,
beginning
every
when
once in
things
a
are
while, you wake
romantic?
up
Because like
horny.
years in, you're like, please don't fucking touch me. Let me
I don't know, I like
sleep.
the morning.
She loves the morning. I think it's crazy.
Early morning?
Yeah.
Like just when you wake up, I guess.
It really depends. Sometimes I wake up horny and it's good. And it does set your day. It's a fun day.
Really?
Yeah, it's a fun day. But it's like my nightmare is if I said the night before, let's bang in the morning. And then I'm like in the morning, like, oh God, I promised. Oh shit.
So what
I'm
I
like,
do,
peel through the cottage cheese. Let's go. There is something about being nasty and fucking that's the best.
yeah,
too.
you're right.
When you're
right.
just at your nastiest.
Okay, so my whole thing is the guy that I'm seeing is very much like a 5:30 a.m. kind of horned up dude, and I am like the opposite of that. So the compromise
He
we've
can
come
bang you
to
while you're
is
asleep?
you can bang me while I'm asleep. Like don't expect me to participate. My
Yeah.
limp body is yours.
Yeah.
But then he's not into that. He's like, I
That's
do
good.
not
That's a
like
good
limp
thing.
bodies.
That's a very good sign because my boyfriend that I said that to took me up on it. And I was like, oh.
No, I know. I was gonna say the same thing. I've pitched that, and then he's like, no.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
good. The guys that take you up on that, you're like, they're going to be working at a morgue at some point.
Khalyla, I thought you were gonna say the compromise was like 8:30 instead of 5:30, but it
So
was
my horned up hours are between the hours of 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. and then 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Those are the times
Those are
where
the
I'm
worst hours to have.
really, so it's like mid, so like noon around, and then before or right around sunset.
Don't you have
before
like
dinner?
a day to do?
I know this is why it's difficult.
I'm like nighttime after dinner.
same.
She's swimming.
After
She's
dinner.
swimming.
Oh, never after dinner.
She goes
Esther.
by the tides, okay? This bitch has some stuff to do in the
high
water.
tide, low tide.
Do you ever bang on a boat?
I've never banged on a boat. I've never banged on an airplane. I've banged on a dugout of a baseball field. Yeah,
That is
sad.
Very high.
no, that's okay. You know, I have a journal. I don't know if I mentioned this here. I have a journal. I wish I could find it. I think it's gone forever. But I had this purple journal when I was a kid, and I wrote what I wanted people to read, which was like my dream journal. And then on the back was my real journal. And the fake journal was all about like meeting like the boys from my baseball team up in the dugout and like yeah, or by the
Really?
scoreboard. Oh my
It's
God.
funny. I always dated baseball players
Yeah. Oh.
by accident. Like I was like not necessarily like a cleat chaser, but I always ended up with dudes who played baseball.
I think it's okay to be a cleat chaser. If you want to bang athletes, it's great. You're gonna have to be cheated on probably, but it's like it's a hot thing.
Don't we agree baseball is the hottest athlete?
yeah,
Yeah.
the bodies are the hottest.
The thick legs.
It's so good.
They do say they cheat the most though.
baseball
Baseball.
Yeah, because
well, they're just on
always
their
traveling.
road. Yeah, they
Yeah.
have so many games. They have well over 100 games
Apparently,
a
the
year.
best is football, worst is baseball.
My neighbor, who was my young adult romance novel protagonist, his little brother grew up to be like the hottest baseball player. It's like so crazy. I don't even know how to look him up, but it's so weird. I'm like, Matt, your brother got so hot. It's so fucking weird. And he got like Christian, so he's like wearing a cross, and that's my thing. I love when a guy bangs me and his cross hits me in his face because
You know
he chose
why?
me over God.
You watch Romeo and Juliet.
No, it's because he chose me over God. But yes, also that.
You guys, back to New Year's. What is something that you'd like to accomplish or achieve, or what is like just one thing for 2024?
I want to make your baby cool.
No.
Yeah, it's about you.
I'll say this. I just realized as we're sitting here that it's the new year. And next month, my movie is coming out. And so
she finally speaks about it.
I'm really like, I just realized, oh yeah, the strike is over. Like I can talk about it. So I'm just like really excited. That's a new experience. Like
When does it come out?
I believe as of now, it's going to be coming out in limited release in theaters February 23rd.
That's so.
That is so
soon.
fucking exciting, Esther.
I know. I'm really excited. It's called Drugstore June, if you don't know. It co-stars, Bobby Lee. Sorry. And it's produced by Bill Burr. And there's like, it's just, yeah, I'm really excited about it. So that's going to be like a big thing, I think, for 2024 for me.
Huge.
And who knows, whatever. But I'm just excited to get it out there. Have however many people see it will be exciting. Because, I haven't had a project that I wrote like come out since Alone Together, really. I don't know. I'm just like, yes, okay.
Yes.
No, it's
Get
so
some
awesome.
estery things into the world.
Not to
That's
toot my
cool.
own horn, but I feel like I am the reason behind the success of your production, and I'll tell you why. your co-star Bobby ran out. There was a shortage of
Adderall.
Adderall,
Yeah.
like a national shortage
Or
of
Ritalin?
Adderall, right when
a funny
he was
time.
the first week of filming, and I
It
think
was like
he
World
had.
War Z. Everyone was out in the streets going crazy.
Dude, like, I mean, do you not remember like what a mess he was? And then I was able to score some. I don't remember how. It might have been. Let's just maybe it was
it my
from across
mom?
the border.
Was it my mom?
It was your mom. But I remember being like, "You cannot be like this on set." Because he came back like really like crying, like I can't remember my lines, my brain's all over the place, and I must have called like 50 people. So I was drugstore
That is
June for you.
amazing.
That is the thing about Adderall too. It's like when you get off of Adderall, you are like
Nightmare.
not well. You are white.
Yeah, he was unwell and yeah, but you know we got through it. But congratulations, Esther. That's
I know,
fucking
Esther, that's
huge.
so
I'm so
Thank
proud
you.
of you.
Thank you. And also, obviously, this will be the year that I become a mother, and so I have no predictions for what that will be like, and I don't want to have any. I'm just going to take it as it comes.
Are you gonna name her drugstore?
Although June is a very cute name.
It is a cute name.
Yeah.
That was taken from. So my name. I'm named after my grandmother, and then I was like, oh, I want a name that's like mine, but not mine. And one of her sister's names was June, and so that's
okay.
where we took that from.
June was my family was like wealthy growing up before we lost it all, right? But we had our own family carpenter, our construction guy, and his name was June. He was our panday.
Really?
Was he hot?
He was not, but
Did he try to bang you?
I remember I had to make a diorama and with paper mache, and he was like, hold my beer. You're not gonna do it with paper mache. And him and my dad created like this fucking like it was like it wasn't even a diorama. It was like the rice terraces of the Philippines, but in I don't know how you call it. It was like a 3D beautiful thing they made. And I went to school that day and I was like, look what I made. And no one obviously believed I made it. But my dad and my carpenter June Panday.
Oh my
yeah.
god!
I was very surprised at how you said diorama the way that I say it, and then you immediately said mache weird.
Paper mache.
Mache.
Thank you for saying that.
How do you
that
say
was
it?
wild. Mache.
Mache.
But you say shit so
You don't say
crazy,
mache?
Stella. I don't want to
because-
hear shit.
Dude,
She used to call it Cape Berlant, which is like
That's a
what her
name.
character would.
Yeah,
But
but you know, it's like the Philippines, it's like wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable is our like Olympic sport, basically.
It is funny though.
Yeah, I
Okay,
used
2024, go. I'm gonna eat my popcorn and watch.
my 2024 goals, I touched on it earlier. I am leaning into my entrepreneur side and I am launching something that we could probably talk about pretty soon. I'm super excited about it. It's right up my alley, something that I fully believe in. And so stay tuned for that. And so it's a big year for me and I'm super excited.
And you're in love.
On a personal front, yeah, a little bit of that. I don't want to like jinx it. Am I allowed to say that?
Yes.
That I like, I'm like smitten and stuff?
Oh.
Yes, of course you're allowed to say that.
Okay, I feel
Who would not let you? Who is the person that
Bobby.
would not let you?
Bobby. I don't want this to get back to him. No. Yeah, I am a little bit smitten. I think that this person might be exactly like what I've been needing like my whole life.
Oh
So.
my gosh.
It's too
Stella's
soon to
crying.
tell.
Yeah.
Like, how can you know? Is he perfect or
opposite.
is he a narcissist? It's really too soon to tell.
Khalyla, you have trauma.
You know.
I know. I'm always waiting for the other shoe to drop.
I
It's
just
like,
was saying that to my friend, and I was like, I no longer feel that way. I'm like, not. I no longer am allowing that feeling.
I should.
Good.
Yeah, I
Just
should
lean into the.
to the joy of it all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let the shoe drop as a surprise. Don't anticipate it.
No. No shoe dropping.
That's what my therapist said. She's like, they did a study where it's like people who worried and people who didn't worry, and it doesn't change the outcome. It doesn't change the pain of the outcome when you worry or if you don't worry about it.
So you're
I'm
just like
oh my
wasting
God,
so much time.
you're wasting so much energy worrying because it's gonna hurt just as much, even if you feel like you've prepared yourself by worrying.
I need to really remember that.
Yeah.
Annie, 2024. Where you at?
Comedy special.
Yes!
It's exciting. I don't know exactly when, but it's all coming together. I'm like so excited. I
Wait.
figured out what my closer is, and it's like so epic, and I'm so excited. So I'm like, I've been like writing it backwards.
Can I go to the taping?
Yes.
Can I wait? Do we know when and where?
No.
Oh,
Only one slug left.
Only one slug.
No, I don't know when and where yet. But the part that I care about the most, which is the actual jokes of it all, I'm like, it's all coming together, and I'm so excited.
And you've come a long fucking way.
Yeah.
When I met you, it was like, hey, I'm, just moving from my car to an actual, with
And of
something with a
course, to
roof on
get
it.
So rich.
And look how
Much
far
richer.
you've come.
No, I feel really good. I feel excited. I feel like I'm really like it might not look like it, but I am getting on top of my finances and stuff like that. I'm figuring everything out, and I'm just being like a grown up, and it's like really fun. And I don't know, I look forward to like more things,
Yeah.
more experiences, but I'm really excited about my special.
that's a big deal.
And
It's a huge deal. You're beating Bobby to it. I feel
he's
like
a
at this point-
precautionary tale. He's a precautionary tale because I could just never do a special
Yeah.
too. But I feel like I'm ready, and I'm excited, and yeah, I'm really excited about it.
Right. No better time than now.
Yeah.
I think now's the time for
And
you.
then I'm just to continue like getting all my shit done. It's just been so fun to like actually get things done. And I want to write a book. There's just like a lot of things I want to do that I actually am tackling now, and it seems realistic, where before it was like,
like a pipe dream, right?
yeah, I'm
Isn't
like, I
that
guess I have to learn
crazy?
to read.
Like I think the moral of at least my life story is like, remember the original dream. Because sometimes I think along the way you get things like, and now you're making money, and then somehow you're like, I'm still not satisfied. And it's
Oh,
like,
God.
imagine if you had reported back to that girl
Khalyla?
in your mid-20s and said, hey, this is what you're doing. She
The
would
fact
be
that I have
thrilled.
Dr. Drew's cell phone number, and I can text him, not that he likes it, at very odd hours of the night, is like, I mean, there's so many things that are like so crazy. I can't believe it.
I know. Dr. Drew was someone that I listened to as a very lonely girl who couldn't understand why she was as depressed as she was, who didn't understand that the sexual trauma she endured, was making her want to kill herself. And I was there in a small room in Pasadena listening to this man's voice, and now he is
Yeah.
someone that I can text.
We have the love line number, the personal
I
love line
know.
number. It's crazy. Do you want it?
By the
Join
way,
our
that's-
Patreon.
You guys, that's how I feel about you guys, just so you know.
Really?
My first text that I got from all of you, I almost cried.
Oh,
In the
we're gonna
same way
block
where
you.
it's like I used to watch you and was like so excited.
Too
and
eager. No, I'm just kidding.
and now-
oh, that's sweet. Love
No,
you,
but
Stella.
it's
That's so sweet, Stella.
You should just know that
Wow.
too about yourselves is like
It is-
that was a cool moment.
It does
That
feel
is
like
hard to believe.
amazing to meet these like sluggies and just see. It's exciting. It's exciting. I think that this show, like the greatest thing I've gotten out of it is like I've really reached like a very like specific dream audience that I've always wanted to have. And people that are kind of like wanting to like grow and get over bullshit and laugh and have a good time and not like be like bogged down by the past or whatever, not to make it sound very boring, but you know what I mean.
Oh, what do
and
we
more
have-
ayahuasca this year.
What do we have here, Stella?
This is from I thought that this is a Annie thing. Is
Yeah.
ego death?
Oh, well, Katie and I were talking about how, like, the concept of an ego death, if someone's like, I've had an ego death, and they still have an ego, because they're like acknowledging their ego.
What?
You know what what is ego death?
Yeah.
Look her up and read it out.
Okay, I know we're in a really like positive space right now, but I do want to talk about the one of the worst memories I've had of 2023 that I want erased from my mind.
Okay.
And that is being punched in the back of the head outside of a strip club.
What?
And I don't think I ever told you.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm sorry I punched you. I didn't know it was you.
I told you guys this story. So I know that we're making plans to have maybe your baby shower at a strip club, right, Esther? Or
Yeah.
as
She got
we're having some
excited.
like team building thing happening at a strip club. But yeah, I tried to break up a fight outside of a strip club, and between
who?
okay, it was between. You're not gonna believe this. It sounds like
I believe
premeditated.
you. How about this? I
Okay,
believe you.
I go into a strip club with a guy that I'm seeing, and in that strip club is a full-blown batch party, a bachelor party, and there was some guy that I used to see. I immediately was like, we got to get out of here. I went over to the guy I used to see. I was like, hi, hey, good to see you. But I told the guy I was seeing, I was like, we need to get out of here because like people are drinking. There's lots of testosterone.
This
I'm
is
the only
current guy
girl.
or another
Current guy.
Okay.
And so we moved to another strip club. Literally 20 minutes after that same bachelor party comes into that strip club. And at that point, I'm like, what am I going to do? And so I leave. I was like, you know what? The night is over. I'm just going to leave so there's no drama. And the guy that I'm seeing was like, no problem. Like, I'm not trying to start shit either. So he walks ahead of me and I walk behind him. And the guy that I used to see comes after me and he was like, I want to talk to you. Because he's not like, you know, he's like
in the middle of a strip club crawl.
He's heard about it. He wasn't like being like aggro about it, but he was like hurt. And, you know, one of my other guy friends who was there, not the guy I'm seeing, comes over and he was like, hey, he's like, everything okay? Like, we need to fucking go. And so then
It's like the Spider-Man meme, but it's all guys that are in love with Khalyla.
they squared up and I was like, no. And I got sandwiched and you guys, I got thrown into kumite. Like, I haven't like been in that kind of scrap in like so long, but I got punched in the back of the head. That guy that I used to date and the friend of the guy that I'm seeing. And but dude, they were not paying attention to me. I kept catching blows, like stray blows to my head. They were like fighting each other.
So funny
and I kept trying to like stop
their
it.
Their masculinity like overrode that they were like fighting over you. And they were like both trying to protect you. And
no, yeah, exactly. I was like, this is over me, but somehow you guys keep punching me. Like,
I do like a head punching. There's something about a head punching that's so funny.
Dude, I got my bell rung.
I haven't been punched in the side of the head.
It was like the back of my head and I got like pushed to a wall. It was so fucking pathetic and sad. And I'm like, I am.
And you were probably dressed so cute too.
So cute in my little cowboy boots. Do you know how embarrassing it is to get thrown across a parking lot in a cute outfit, Esther?
Your life is just like so much more thrilling than
it's not
mine.
It's not, but this was really like, I would like to forget this memory of 2023.
Well, you got to get punched one more time to forget it. You get punched in the front and the back at the same time.
I got to get my teeth knocked out in 2024.
I like your teeth. Don't get your teeth knocked out.
Thank you. That was a long story.
But I want to forget.
I want to forget my first trimester forever. I don't ever want to go back. That was the worst time of my life. I want to forget for
Just because of how sick you were?
So sick, so sad. In bed all day. A huge day for me was like going from the bed to the couch.
Getting that tissue and shoving it in your disgusting slobbery mouth.
So sad.
It was, I'll say maybe what I want to forget is when you couldn't announce. I was like, this is driving me crazy. There's so many things
I really did feel bad for you, Esther. You were like constantly like just foaming at the mouth.
It was really weird.
It was so bad.
You're just like a sick puppy.
Yeah, I had a perfect year. Sucks. Sucks for you guys. Sucks for you guys. You got punched in the uterus. You got punched in the head. I've just been...
Oh, you really aren't going to say like one bad memory. You had a perfect year.
I literally can't. I'm not even kidding. I can't think of one. There's been like but I everything's been good.
Khalyla, can you go back to your Ambien anal? I'm sorry, I'm so interested. And because I'm not an anal girly and
I'm not either. That's why I needed an Ambien. What do you want to know about anal Ambien, Stella?
Well, this is getting a little personal.
No, should I be? I thought
now we know that you're a little butt pirate.
I'm just wondering, is it because
she's a little butt pirate at sea, just trying to find the right.
Butt pirate is so
crazy. I am so scared of anyone touching my butt. But I'm wondering if it was because you were relaxed, or is it because like you what was it?
No, I was high.
She was too busy
drug.
tweeting racist things. She wasn't paying attention.
No, I think it was because I just wasn't really in my body, which is really not ideal because I think when you do try something like new sexually, you should be sober and, able to like, consent to no, don't keep going. Actually, I don't like that. And I think I was just too high to even notice. I mean, I noticed, but it was like, oh, maybe I was just confused. I was high and confused.
She was seeing stars. She got punched in the back of the head. She took an Ambien and then she got knocked in the back of the head.
Guys, I don't want to be punched in the head this year.
I want to show my Skims off, my new Skims. I want more Skims in the new year.
Oh, yeah, let's manifest that for sure. Wow, it's the whole set.
I love this.
How fucking cute is this?
Really cute.
And my horoscope said for this year that I should wear brown.
Ooh.
Okay, the reason I wanted to talk about ego death, guys, was just so I could talk about, I listen to all these gurus and stuff, and I love like Eckhart Tolle, and I love like all these things. But I'm like, how rich is he?
What do you mean?
Like how, like, can you have an ego death if you have like multiple houses? If you have $70 million? And I want the answer to be yes, because that's where I'm headed.
I mean, that's sort of always what I thought about, like, you know, like Deepak Chopra always had his moment, and that was like everyone's like guru and go-to guy for the longest time. Different from Eckhart, because I think he really is like legit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Deepak, I remember Bobby being like, he was in a cafe in San Diego one time and like he tipped so little. And I'm like, how
Ooh.
can you be that guy and then be that cheap or not be considerate to wait
Do
staff?
you think his excuse was like, well, I want to empower them to be?
That's
I tip so
terrible.
much. Like, I'm telling you, I have a meeting with my business manager and I think he's going to be like, you have to tip less. You're being crazy. But I just like to. My friend, I had a whole conversation with her about this. We went to a donation-based breath work, and there was a breath work before it that also had acupuncture in it. So it cost $45 to go to that one. And that one, the time didn't work out. That's the one I wanted to go to. So then I went to this donation-based one. So I had in my head the idea of $45 already. And the guy that runs it is very sweet. And he just wanted to put it together for people that can't afford to do, it was a sound bath, that can't afford to do these type of things in LA.
Yeah.
And so afterwards I showed her, like, cause I wrote a funny like memo on the Venmo. And she was like, whoa, you gave him $40? She's like, that should be money that you're saving for your house, for your family and stuff like that. And I was like, I guess I just don't, and maybe this will make me bankrupt or something. And thank you for Rebag. I could just sell the purses again. But I like to think of it like an overflow of abundance. But it just, to me, it was like a very easy thing to do, $40. But she really kind of got in my head that that's money for, and I've had friends that are like, I don't give people, not that they don't tip, but they don't like over tip because they're like, that's money that could be for my family. I think that there's like either way. What do you guys think?
I think everyone's financial situation is different, and like it's so hard to judge what people are doing. I think obviously you have to tip, like, I would say 20 to 25%.
Yeah.
Like it's
I
just kind
agree.
of the usual. Like for me, that's easier to just go by a percent as opposed to like, what mood am I in? Like I just
Yeah.
kind of always do that. But I don't judge someone that says to you like, oh, that's for my family. Like I don't judge that.
She said
you
it's
know?
for my family. But the other girl, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So I don't know.
I know, it was weird. It was just interesting because I was like, oh,
Well,
it's
I
just not
judge
the
it-
way I like vibe.
I don't judge how other people that I'm not dating tip, but if I'm interested in a guy and
do you
I
want
am
them to tip?
absolutely looking at how he tips.
I want a fat tip. I want
I
to
want
be
a
given,
fat tipper.
I want to give fat tips. I want people at my table to give fat tips. I go to this coffee shop every day and I chat with all of the people, obviously. And that's why I got you the shirt. And I tip them. You know how you can tip, like, they give you like 3 options of tips. I always tip the highest one. It's like $3 on like a $2 thing. It's like, I just always do that. I'm talking to them. I'm taking up their time, like whatever.
I do the same thing.
And then there's a guy who talks to them just the same amount as me. And they told me he never tips. Get the out of it.
Yeah.
You tip nothing. Get out of there.
Yeah.
Don't talk to them.
Yeah. That's very.
In and out, bitch.
Yeah, if you're not gonna tip, don't
Don't.
chat.
I'll take their time.
Yeah.
And he's not as entertaining as me. Listen, I'm coming in with some good bits, okay? I've stepped over 20 homeless people doing knitting, doing weird shit on the street. It's wild in my neighborhood. I got some stories by the time I get in there.
But that's sort of what I love about you, though, Annie. Like, you really are very, very generous. Like, I think you are
I like to
generous in a
be.
way that, like, you don't hold it over people's heads. Like, you really are so happy to give.
it feels very good. It feels good to get. I don't know if it's because I have a twin or something. I don't know. It's just always, I like to get people presents. And it doesn't matter. I actually, like, I mean, I've learned to receive presents and stuff, but it was never like, that was my thing. I don't know what, I'm sure there's some unhealthy reason for it, but I don't know. I like to, especially for people that are doing a service, handing me something like,
Yeah.
Annie, I have a question for you related to the ayahuasca thing. So when you go on these, like, are men doing ayahuasca and like looking inward? Like, are they learning, or is it
Yeah.
mostly women? Okay.
It was interesting though, because I wore this like this flowing dress the first night, and I do like dress cute to the ayahuasca ceremony. I do like wear my sunglasses. I like come as big as possible.
Are you supposed to dress comfortable, though?
yeah.
Or, yeah.
But I dress comfy, but like cute, you know? And I know I came in once and my shaman was like, no. He's like, it's too tight. He's like, you can wear it, but it's too, I go, you're right. The pants were too tight.
Like,
but
could you do an ayahuasca journey in your outfit right now, or would you be like?
this would be too tight.
It feels like free people.
This would be too tight, but maybe like
Free
the pants
people.
and but I have this the Skims thing. Hello, love you. But it's like a blanket jacket. It's like a down like wrap blanket jacket I got. I don't know if they still sell them. And you tie it, and it's like the most amazing. It's like perfect for it because you can kind of make it a thing. But there was a guy, so I wore this like flowing dress that had like backless area. And at the end it kind of we're like all dancing and stuff. And there's this Boston guy that I do it with, this older guy, and he's like busted my balls a little bit and was like, I'm trying to do ayahuasca and I got to deal with you dancing in that outfit or whatever. Like, Jesus Christ. But he was being so funny about it. And then there was a Romanian guy that was there, and he was like, yes, I am sexually deprived, and to see a woman like that is da da. And he was being so crazy. I was like, whoa, Andrew Tate, chill. I was like, dude, I'm dressing because it's comfortable for me. It just was like nice for me. And later I made a joke to like a group of it was men and women all outside, and I made some joke. I was like, I really want to honor men. I like love men so much because you guys are so incredible. You're so fucking stupid, but also know everything. And it's like so incredible to be both of those things. And I was literally just kidding. And everyone laughed. And then that Romanian guy was like, later came up to me, he's like, you said that thing about men? And I was like, what the hell? But then by the end of it, he was like way different. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's interesting.
Like he was like struggling with his like masculinity or whatever.
Yeah. I'm just wondering, like, Bill Burr talks about when he took shrooms and like had an experience. I feel like I just don't hear about it as much. I hear more about it from women. And
no, there's a lot of guys doing
what's
ayahuasca.
crazy is that like I don't know, because when I did the ketamine, it wasn't so much like an ego death. I honestly genuinely thought I was like it was just death. Like,
I think that
I felt like I was like passing away. I was like, I'm not gonna make it out of this.
Yeah.
oh my gosh.
Yeah. So
How many? Do you know? I just got my mind blown, and it's like
how many?
I got 950 milligrams. I'm excited.
That's about but it's the intramuscular
I'm gonna be
straight
going
shot.
to space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, happy 2024, everyone.
Hope it's going well already.
Yes, we are so happy to have another year with all of our sluggies. And we have a big live show coming up February 13th. We can't wait to see you at that here in LA. It's probably sold out by now. Who knows? And yeah, we'll see you guys next week with a brand new episode.